Okay, so here's the chemical reaction we're going to do today. We're going to take some sodium carbonate and we're going to heat it up. When you heat metal carbonates up, they decompose into metal oxides plus carbon dioxide. Okay, so that's the reaction we're going to do today. And here's how we're going to do it. And I've already got it set up for us going over here. So what we're going to do today is we're going to have a test tube. Okay, we're going to put 2 grams of sodium carbonate in there. Then we're going to heat it up for 10 minutes like we're doing right here. And after that 10-minute time frame is done, we're going to reweigh it and see what happens. So what should happen, the mass should do something. So if you think of sodium carbonate, this is a white powder that I have right here. Let me show you it. Okay, so here's sodium carbonate, just a white powder. Okay, but when we weighed it, it was 2 grams of this. And then sodium oxide will be another white powder. But carbon dioxide is a gas at room temperature. So let's think about what do you think the mass might do as you heat up sodium carbonate and it decomposes into these 2 compounds. The other thing we did is before we weighed the test tube had a weight of 31.06 grams. I should have had grams on there. 31.06 grams. So what's going on here if we see any kind of reaction going on? So if we look right now, it just looks like the test tube's kind of getting hot. Doesn't really look like much is going on. But let's take a look with a wooden stent test and see if something's happening here. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to light this wood stent on fire. Okay, and then I'm going to put it into the if I move my hand, let me try that again. I'm going to put it into the test tube. And we see that the fire almost gets extinguished there. Okay, so let me put it in there again. Okay, so see how the wooden stent almost goes out when it's in here? Okay, the flame goes out almost, and then it comes back real strong when you bring it out. Okay. So why that might be. So, one thing that we need for combustion when we're burning that wooden stent is we need some oxygen gas. When I put it into the test tube, we saw that flame diminish real quick. When I pulled it out of the test tube, the flame really reignited again and it got bigger. So think about why that might be. We're gonna let this heat up for 10 minutes here, and when we come back, we'll reweigh everything and see if the mass of it changed. Other numbers, the test tube weighed 31.06 grams. When I weighed out the sodium carbonate, it was exactly 2.00 grams. So we'll let this heat up and we'll come back and take a look at it. Okay, so we're back here. We've let the test tube heat up. Cooling off now, so here it is. It's cool to touch now, so let's go ahead and weigh it and see what happens. Okay, so our new weight for our test tube is 32.68 grams. So let's go ahead and put that up there. Okay, so weight of the test tube before the reaction was 31.06. Okay, the mass of the sodium carbonate that I put in there was 2 grams. Now this is before the reaction. And then the mass after the reaction, and this is the test tube and all the chemicals left, was 32.68. Okay, so that should be all the information you need to finish up the rest of the lab. Go ahead and do those calculations and try to get that done by Monday or Tuesday. Have a great weekend. See you guys later.